Hi, good morning. Abiola, are you on the call? Please use the chat to respond. Yes, good morning. He's here. Okay, so how are we doing this morning? This is our first live call. I want to be sure that everything is set and ready. Can you hear me loud and clear? Can you hear me? Abiola, are you there? Can you hear me? Okay. I'm good. You can hear me. I think we're a bit on time. Wait for other people to join. Let me try positioning my screen very well, and so that you can see me. All right, we have more people join the call. Okay, good. Thanks, Nee. Good morning. We are getting there, small, small. So this is us. We are just trying out the live streaming, not the one that we do every morning on Google Meet. Let's see. Let's see if this works, and then we'll take in our, our feedback. What works well, what we need to improve on, and then we'll continue. So small, small. Small, small. I like it so much that we are giving it a try. Yes, yes. We can't just be in a closed circle. Let the world know what we are doing and hear what we are saying. Okay, it's 7 o'clock and we are about to start. Um, we'll allow more people to join in, but we are going to start anyway. Okay, so good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. Okay, so we'll start with the assignment of yesterday. Mhm. Yes, some people are like the Flora. No, now, not assignment. No, we are starting with assignment. I actually gave assignment yesterday, and I said we should write down our vision. And yes, yes, because finally we are online. Yes, thanks for saying that. Yes, thank you. But let's get to the assignment part. While we wait for other people to join, Abiola, you can do a reminder in the chat, um, WhatsApp group, so that people can join us. I don't know, maybe some other people will go and join the Google Meets, but I think I shared that everybody should join the live studio. Okay, so the assignment of yesterday, who wants to share? The assignment of yesterday. I think one of the limitations we will have is people unmuting. Is there a way for people to speak or only in the chat? I think it's only in the chat that people can engage. Okay. Would that work for us? We actually like the engagement of people speaking and responding. It makes it interesting, but having to just write, I don't know. What do you think, guys? Or let's get on to what we're supposed to do today, and we'll figure it out later. Yeah, this new to us. We are used to Google Meets where we everybody can unmute and speak, but I don't think that YouTube allows people to unmute and speak while on live studio. But let's see how it's That's how that will work out. Okay, so the assignment of yesterday, please share in the chat your vision, something that matters to you. And I just want to know that people did the assignment, and then we can correct two or three, or just review two and or three visions, and then we'll see how far we can get with the other ones. Yeah, Ariola said we are learning. Okay, we'll see how far we'll get with this. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. We are discussing the assignment of yesterday. I asked that we write our vision, and using the tips I shared yesterday, making it clear, time bound, and how it has to have like steps. What are the things that you will do today? What are the things that you will do tomorrow? And the feeling that comes with when you must have achieved this. And I'm waiting for us to share in the chat. I'm waiting for us to share in the chat. Please share in the chat. Assignment of yesterday. Someone should please share in the chat. Okay, it means that we didn't do the assignment. Remember that this assignment is supposed to be part of our vision boarding session on Saturday. So it's really important that we do our assignments. This is very, very important, having to just, because for the 30-day challenge, you don't need too many things. You just need to focus on one thing. I've already shared mine. Mine is to focus on that course that I'm creating for the young Africans. And that will be what I'm going to do for those 30 days. Every day, what will I do? What did I do well? What would I improve on? And what I'm grateful for the whole 30 days. So what are you using? Okay, let me even ask. Maybe I can rephrase the question. I think by now we have, today is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So we just have 2 days to the vision boarding session. And by now you should have one goal that you want to focus on all through the 30-day challenge. And then you also need to put it as part of your vision board. So let's see, what are you using your 30 days to do? The 30-day challenge. What one vision or goal do you want to achieve at the end of this 30-day challenge? Please share in the chat, everyone. Fola says, to launch my tech journey by the end of 2025, an action that will give me a great satisfaction. Fola, please, can you be a little bit detailed? So when you say your tech journey, what does that mean? Can it makes it, I know that it's time bound 2025, but what would that mean exactly? What would that mean exactly? Welcome, Abolaji. Welcome, Ngozi. Um, Thanks for joining. We are working around the assignment I gave yesterday, which is what, write one vision that you want to work on this year. One. And then you have to make it clear, time bound steps, and how you will feel at the end of it. So when you must have achieved this thing, how would you feel? What would that excitement be? Would it be okay, you are fulfilled, or is it you move on to the next? And so I rephrased it a bit to say our vision boarding session is coming up on Saturday, the 29th. And it's really important that we start now to think about what's one thing that we want to, focus on after the vision board. The vision board is just to bring all our visions together and put it where we can, after designing it, we speak to it, we place it where we can easily see it. But most importantly is to join the 30-day challenge that is starting from 1st April to the 30th of April. And I'm asking everyone, please share in the chat one thing you are going to use, one goal that you want to achieve through the 30-day challenge. One goal. What is that thing that you want to achieve? I've already shared mine. I want to get at least 1,000 persons to join my, to pay for my course, the flagship course. That's my goal. And all through the month of April, I will be pushing out, I will be writing, I will be advertising, I will be, getting people to see the reason why they will join the course. You see how detailed I am. Please write yours. What is that one thing that you want to achieve at the end of the 30-day challenge? I want someone else to share. We have too many people on the call, and I'm wondering why we are not sharing. Okay, let me check. To start reading at least 2 books before the end of April. To read at least 2 books. What excitement would that be? How would you feel reading 2 books all through the month of April? Have you acquired the book? April is by the corner on Monday. Have you on Tuesday? Yes. Have you acquired the book? What are the names of the book you want to read? Are you ready for that journey? Can someone else share? Then we'll start off the session. I want someone else to share. Oh, are we not ready for this 30-day challenge? It seems we are not ready. I can see. I am ready. Oh. I am super, super ready for the 30-day challenge. And I'm super excited about it, to be honest. I'm hoping that the email goes out today with everything that you need to know about the 30-day challenge, so that we can use it to start moving forward. I'm diverting into tech. Okay, I started the training in February, but was discouraged by the workload. I want to use it as challenge to finish the training. Super, super. Now it's making sense. Super. To take my accounting and inventory more serious and prioritize my health. Okay, so you need to also break that down. What does prioritizing your health mean every day? Is it that you're going to do exercises, or you're going to rest each day? What would that mean? And I'm even thinking that your 30-day challenge will also be to go and look for your form for your law course. It's also part of the things that I'm going to hold you by the neck to go and do. So, but I like that you are focusing on your health, and then the accounting and inventory. Very, very important. Very, very important. And at the stage of your business, you need to start thinking about getting grants, applying for grants and all that. And without a good inventory and doing the good proper bookkeeping, you will not be able to get grant, because they want to see how much you've spent and how much you gain at the end of the day. So those things are very, very important. So I'm glad that you are focusing on that. Okay, let's kick off the session for today. So today is the last class we are going to have in the month of March, because tomorrow is Dear Flourishing Flora, which is usually where we tell stories and use that story to learn, picking out the lessons from it. But then on Friday is our special guest series. So we are bringing in Coach Rajiv to come and share with us. So he will be sharing how overcoming setback, how do you overcome setback and staying through to your vision. Because no matter what, no matter how you planned your life, there are things that will break you. There are things that will cause you to, to think less of yourself. There are things sometimes you question who even sent me. Like I'm even questioning myself, who sent me to go and do PhD. With all the excitement, I'm questioning myself, who sent me, because she's look at me, even though I'm trying to smile, I'm stressed and I can't sleep. We finish this one, somebody is saying, oh, you didn't do this part. You finish this one, somebody will say, oh my God. So even as you journey along the path to achieving your vision, there are days that you're tired, you don't want to go on. And so what do you do? How do you do? What are you going to do? Do you abandon it? Just like Paula said, I abandoned it because of workload. So how do I integrate things? How do I ensure that I am not throwing away, or I'm not like pushing out some of the things that I'm supposed to learn as I journey along? And you cannot, there is nothing like starting afresh. You start from where you stopped. You take in the knowledge and you continue. So that's what we are going to do this week. But then just a little bit of what we've captured the whole of March. We started with the foundations of character and purpose. And so we looked at character, we looked at purpose, and we also delved into defining vision. What does it mean, and how do we integrate it into our legacy? And because I always say that, yes, you want to achieve everything in the world, you make all the money, but if you're not leaving footprints that somebody will look back and say, oh, she was here. It's all about immediately you die, nobody remembers you. You are gone, you are gone. But you need to create that legacy. You need to start building it right from now. And you don't wait when you die. Your legacy shouldn't be when you die, what you are leaving behind. Your legacy is what the footprints that you are, as you're moving, the footprints that you're leaving behind, not when you die, the footprints. So when somebody is walking alongside that way that you've passed, what would they see? What would they say? And you have to be intentional about it. It's not all about getting all the accumulate all the work, get all the degrees, but how can character help us to stay through to our words? It's not easy to build character alongside, trying to also achieve success, but it's something that is very integral to our growth. And that's why in the character room we talk about character a lot, and we talk about ethics, values, and moral. So we also looked at, designing your purpose-driven life. What kind of life do you want to design? And that's how we got to a part where we are now talking about preparing your vision board experience that we are going to have on Saturday. I'm looking forward to that vision boarding session because I think I will have to review mine as things are unfolding. So that's also an opportunity for me to review mine. The last one, the one I have now, is the one I did last year, January. It's still valid, but maybe because I'm going to teach on Saturday, I could also review mine. And so today it's important that we look at who we are becoming while we chase our vision. So who are you becoming? Okay, there is a chat. There is Abiola says, I've already mapped out plans to ensure that by the end of April, I want to get to mentor 3 undergraduate students. So far, I have 3 of them, and I monitor their progress, both academically and the ethics. Awesome. Awesome. It's also like giving back, to the society, what you've learned and what life is teaching you. So this 30-day challenge, you are just focusing on what worked, what do you need to improve on. Maybe in April you can take on 5 more, maybe because of the positive feedback you got from the 3. You've now taken 5. Before you know it, you start a mentorship organization where you mentor young people. Undergraduates, they need mentorship. Undergraduates, yes, they do. They do. Very, very important. Very, very important. So that could be another area that you are looking at. Remember, you guys, I said that whatever nature, universe, God drops in your heart, you could also find a way to use it to the benefit of the society. That's why in the African culture, your legacy is not about you. The legacy is about the community. At the end of the day, what did you do to the community and for the community? That's what your legacy should be around. Okay, so today like I said, the topic is who are you becoming while you chase your vision. So while you are chasing your vision, who are you becoming? What kind of impact do you want to create in the world? What kind of legacy do you want to leave? Not when you die, but as you are progressing in life, people meet you and they say, oh, I knew her from somewhere, and this is who she is, and this is who she has always been. So you need to build that legacy while you are still alive. Don't wait till you are dead, and then people will write your will or your legacy for you. You have to start writing everything that you want. I was having a conversation this morning with someone who is dear to me. And so we are talking, he's into sandals production, slippers, handmade slippers and shoes and all that. And so we were talking about what he wants to leave behind. And he said he doesn't want, when he dies and they will write for him, he was a shoemaker. That's not the life that he wanted. That the shoemaking business gives him money, pays the bill. But what he always wanted to become is a business developer, somebody who helps people to thrive. And that's what he wants his will or his obituary or his legacy to be, a business developer and a growth strategist. And so, and he was also sharing that in his the 30-day challenge, that's what he wants to focus on. This is what he wants to become, who he wants to become. It's not about making sure. Yes, that he's known for that. He makes money, but beyond that, there's something that is in his heart right from when he was a young person, a youth, and he's trying to get that done. And so he wants to join our 30-day challenge. So, who do you want to become? Is it about your job? Is it about the impact that you want to make? Your dream will only come alive for the person who is strong enough. You need to be strong enough to do this, disciplined enough, and mature enough. There's a lot that needs to happen when you start thinking about yourself and what you need to do when you are thinking about ethics, values, and morals. And when you are thinking about leaving a legacy, you need to think about discipline. How strong are you? Courageous to make that move, because sometimes, just like we had Joseph shared the other day, you want to do this thing, but there are lots of things not enabling you, the finances to do it, family issues, work, and all that. And then there is something that you really want to do, but it's beating, like every day you when you look at others doing the same thing, or when you want just evaluate what you've done and where you are, you will see that you've not even gone half, or you've not even done that thing that makes you happy. And so you want to go back to see, how do I integrate this to what I'm currently doing? So that's another thing that you need to start thinking about. So the question I have for everyone, and I need you to share in the chat, is if your future self came to sit with you this morning, assuming your future self came to sit with you. You are sitting gorgeously, and then your future self come close to sit with you. What would he say? What would they clap for? What would your future self clap for? And what would your future self correct? Please think about it. Just take 2 minutes to think about this. Your future self came to sit with you. What will she or he say about you? What will she clap for? Or what will she correct? Think about it. Your future self decide to have a chat with you, maybe via the mirror, and you're looking at your future self. What would they say? Or what would he say? What would they clap for? What would they correct? Please share in the chat. What would they care for? What would they challenge? Think about it and share in the chat if your future self comes calling. I'm missing your voices. This is a bit strange because usually at least one or two persons must have unmuted and speak. Sometimes it's easier to just talk and not type. I'm missing your voices, but we'll make it work. We'll find a way to make it work. We'll learn from what we're experiencing now and see. Maybe that's why we are also, some people didn't join the call, because I don't think it's everyone that knows how to navigate their way around YouTube. We are 12 on the call. Usually we should be about 25, 26. sometimes 30. But then I'm wondering why it's just the 12 of us. Okay, let's keep going. Anyone wants to share, please share in the chat. I'm waiting to read. Are we thinking about it? I know it's a tricky question, but it just is a tricky question. It's something that we can answer though. If your future self come, what would they say? How would they say it? Okay, Fola says thinking. Okay, while you are thinking, but please write. Chimsy said, honestly, the question requires deep reflection. Okay, assignment for tomorrow. That means you're owing me two assignments. One is your vision. The second one is this particular question. Um, Patience says, Ma'am, this question is a lot. So I believe my future self will applaud my recent growth. Oh, I love that. I love that. Yes. The growth is more important than whatever it is. You need to keep growing every day. I like that. Thanks for sharing, Patience. But Chimsy is indirectly asking for extra time. So we are going to give extra time. Chimsy and Fola. Fola says she's still thinking. I don't know when she'll be done thinking. So let's move on. Yes, it's deep. Please let me read it again so that if you want to write it down, write it down. When we come back tomorrow, that's the first thing we are going to do. If your future self should come and sit with you now, where you are, what would they say about you currently? What would they clap for? And what would they correct? Please think about it and let's talk about it tomorrow. Yes, it's deep. We need to start doing deep things. I know we need to start thinking about things that will really make us, reflect, thought provoking. All right, let's break down questions that we need to start asking ourselves. The first is, am I becoming confident, consistent, or is it about convenience? Because it says, my future will be proud of how far I've been strong in all we've been through. Okay, I like that. How strong? I like that. I'm proud of how far you've come, despite all the challenges that you faced. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, so I was trying to say, am I becoming consistent or convenient? Am I letting convenience drive me? Or am I thinking about being confident enough to focus on what I need to focus on, to challenge where I am today, to look beyond life and what it's bringing? Because he's still sharing, because he says, my future would also be disappointed in some decisions I've made that doesn't align with my values. That is life. We learn every day. We learn every day. And that is very important that we are consciously and intentionally thinking about some of the things that we didn't do well. All of us, we've had our days of, um, what will I say? Days of unethical behavior, days of bad decisions, things that we did that are in line with our values. All of us. I am also a victim of that. But what makes us ethical people, what makes us unique people, is the fact that we are consciously thinking about what we do every day. So we do something today, we are reflecting. It's all about reflective thinking. What did I do today? What did I do? What would I do better? How will I improve on the things that I did yesterday that I'm not even proud of? So it's a constant journey of understanding who you are, what you need to do better, and how you need to integrate yourself into becoming that person that you've always desired to be. So remember that dreams don't respond to excitement, they respond to consistency. What is that your dream that you want to think about, that you want to even achieve at the end of this April when we start our 30 days? Are you going to be consistent? Remember that I said I'm going to give us manual, but the manual is not ready. I pray that the manual that the designer will finish the manual by the time we are starting on Tuesday. I mean, Tuesday is first. I pray that the manual is ready and you have something handy that you can always write on and say, this is, you can print it out. It's a what do you call it? It's a soft copy, but you can print yours out and write with pen and paper. You can also type in. It's very important that you take this journey as write in the morning, write in the evening. Everything that we do is about habit. Once we form the habit of putting down our thoughts in the morning and the evening we are reflecting, there is also in the evening there's also three things that you are grateful for the day. It could be very, very little things. Even when you had a bad day, there is something that you are always grateful for. Fola is done thinking. Fola says, my future self will correct some time wasting activities I'm engaged in, but we applaud the new emerging bold and daring me. I love that. Thank you. New emerging bold and daring me. It's really, really important that we need to start thinking about some of these little, little things. It makes us who we are and who we continue to be. I thank you for sharing, Fola. Okay. And I want to share this thing with you. It's not really the big moments that make us who we are. It's the little things that we do every day. That's why I talk about the positive little things that matter. Those little, little activities, those things that you just ignore, but they are the things that really put us where we need to be. The little, little decisions. Oh, I'm not going to do social media today. I'm going to focus on complete my work. Oh, I'm not going to do a beboro, listening to all the things that are not doing happening well in Nigeria today. I'm going to focus on building myself. You might decide to say, oh, I want to be a global leader. But how am I showing up? Am I showing up as a global leader? Or am I just showing up in one corner like that, doing my thing? Because you need to step out. You need to actually step out to do that thing that you wish to do. And so you keep developing yourself, you keep practicing, you keep learning, you engage with yourself with those people that you admire. Who and who will be on your vision board? Have you thought about that? I know, but I want to believe that by now you're already gathering all the things that you need to put on your vision board. We spent 1 month talking about our vision, our character, our purpose. By now, you should already have all the pictures. We are going to use Canva or use any online too. So you don't necessarily need to look for magazine to cut. But if you want to look for magazine to cut and paste, that's fine. When I started vision boarding, I used magazines. I'll cut magazines, all the things that I wanted, and I'll speak to it, and then I'll place it. The placement of your vision board, the arrangement makes all the difference. It's something that when you look at, it's telling a story of your journey. And so you need to be intentional about it as well. And so, but recently, the last one I did, I used Canva. So I gathered some pictures online that speak to who I want to become, what I want to do, how life needs to, treat me. I picked all those things and I put them, used Canva to arrange it. And it's still telling the story of who I want to become in the coming future. So we can use that as well as we journey along. So the second question that we need to start asking ourselves is, am I building character or building packaging? Am I building character or building packaging? Packaging is good in its own way, but then character makes all the difference. Remember that when we had our guest speaker, Mr. Obobo, he said something about character being the foundation of that thing that you really want to achieve. Because if you don't put character, And character is all the little things that he mentioned about consistency, compassion, the courage to even go ahead to do that thing. So, are you packaging yourself so that the world will clap for you? Or are you intentionally making a difference? Are you intentionally building yourself, not just for yourself, but for the community, for Africans, for the world? How do you want to be seen, be heard, or be known in the continent or around the world? That should be what you're building. And so it's not just about packaging yourself, showing off on social media or anywhere, but it's also intentionally when you pass, when you move around, what will people say about you? When you introduce yourself, what do you introduce yourself as? Do you introduce yourself, I work at this place, I work this way, but who are you becoming in the midst of all these things? So some people are public champions for private disaster. Wow. Some people are public champions for private disaster. Inside, that everything is crumbling. But when they are out with all the makeup, with everything life is giving them, they are just putting life out there. But there is so much that they are dealing with inside. And that is life for you. But you need to also be intentional about dealing with things that are internal. It's very, very important. Dealing with things that are internal. Very, very important. You could just, everybody notice you. You are out there, you are smiling. I know one person that, well, everything about, smiling, laughing, but that person, if she says 100 things, 98 of them are lies. 98 of them are lies. In fact, sometimes you need to even evaluate the good morning this person says to you and check your time whether it's actually good morning. And I sometimes ask, how do you sleep? If the person says 100 things, 98 are lies, are like they are things that are, she's just wishing to have or boasting around, things that are not existing, but she just wants to, especially when she knows someone else has it. And there's always one family member, there's always one friend. I don't know if you have that kind of people or if you've met someone like that. There's always one family member, there's always one friend that he knows or that she knows that this has happened to, or she has happened to her. There's always, it's you, and sometimes you even catch her, and then she'll say, oh, that's no, I was trying to say it this way, but this is how it came out. But being intentional about what you say and how you say it. So, what are you saying to your future self? What are you doing? How are you packaging yourself, putting yourself out there? Who wants to see you and who wants to know you? It's very, very important. Ask yourself, are you working on the real thing or are you decorating yourself, the outside? Even the scriptures talk about, washing the outside cup and then the inside is still dirty. What are you doing? Are you washing the outside cup, the outside of it, the body? But what is inside? It's very important that we are thinking about that as well. And the next one, which is the third one, and I want everybody to think about this, is, am I learning patience or forcing timing? Am I learning patience or forcing timing? Very important. I remember saying, and I keep saying this every time, be patient with the universe. I say it to people, my fellows, everywhere. I say it, be patient with the universe. Sometimes you want something in a hurry, but there is always time for something to manifest. There is a dream that you have, but you need to keep. But when I say that you need to be patient, doesn't mean you go and sit down and allow the universe to do it for you. You keep doing everything that you need to do, but bring patience to it. It's important that we think about life in a way that we are not in a hurry to achieve something, because it's always been in a hurry to achieve something that makes us bad people. Number one, you want to steal just to show up. You want to, even if you're in politics, or if you're in the government space, you are stealing because you want to be seen as the wealthy. You don't want to work hard, to make money. I keep telling us how the youth of these days, they are thinking about making it fast, and you see rituals, everything happening because they want to, beat timing. They don't want to work hard towards what they need to achieve. There's an intentionality around becoming who you need to become, but you need to be patient with the universe. And being patient also requires that you intentionally do what you need to do. That is very important, people. Very, very important. As you're thinking about that thing, as you're thinking about life, as you're thinking about the challenges that come with life, you also need to think about timing. Timing is very, very important. Timing, very, very important. Please think about it. Every big vision takes time. Just the same way that you cannot, say a child that is supposed to stay 9 months, you intentionally want this child to come out 7 months because you are tired of waiting. What will happen to that child? I know there are children who, because of maybe the environment in the womb, or the mother's health or something, they are born premature. But that's nature. It's not something, or it could also be something that we did, but not intentionally wanting to like allow that child to come out at 7 months. Things can happen, but you don't just intentionally say, this pregnancy is only 5 months, I want to carry it to, I'm done. After 5 months, I am done. No, you don't do that. You just need to carry it to term. To term means 9 months. You need to be intentional about it, because you want to have a healthy child. So every time, everything has its timing and it has its season, but you need to be alert at all times. And so even with a pregnant woman, and knowing that yes, I have 9 months, but she's consciously thinking about the child, especially once she enters the third trimester. She's intentional about, oh, anything can happen. What can I do differently? So you just don't wait. You just don't wait folding your arms and waiting for the universe to come and speak to you. No, you just have to be intentional about what you are betting, about the timing that needs to this to happen. So when you write your vision board, you will not go and say, oh, Flora said Flora said that whatever I put on my vision board will happen. That's not what I said, really. It will take its time. It can happen in a year, in 2 years, in 3 years, in 4 years, in 5 years. It could also be in 10 years. You need to give it time. Remember what I shared with us, that when I started thinking about this character room, that was like years back, up to 7, 8 years back. And now it's coming alive. So you need to, and that doesn't mean that all through I wasn't doing anything around it. I was intentional about teaching ethics, teaching values, teaching morals, anywhere I find myself. At a point, I lost, interest. I got into the corporate world, but even at that, I was still using a little platform I have, whether with my colleague, whether with the people I'm supposed to, groom, think sharing those things that really matter. So give the universe time. Allow some time. Don't confuse the universe with you pressuring it at all times. Let it breathe. Allow time to help you to grow. It's very, very important. Okay. Remember that your vision is growing inside you. Your vision is growing inside you. And it will show when you are ready, not when you are restless. Please, let me read that again. Your vision is growing inside you, and it will show when you are ready, not when you are restless. It will show when you are ready, not when you are restless. So if you are restless, it will not show. even though, even though that there's something about we are formed in our dark days. Yes, the dark days are days where we are learning, we are growing. But then you actually need to find yourself out of those dark days to start manifesting what you learned during your dark days. Very, very important. You need to manifest. And yesterday we did, 2 days ago, we did visualization. Where do you want to see yourself? Put yourself there, that place. Visualize. I woke up early this morning, around 2:30, and I spent some time in bed visualizing where I'm going with gap ethics. That's the business part of me. Visualizing where I'm going with it, standing on the stage, like visualizing where I am going with this and the kind of noise I want to make about ethics. And I had to think about, what am I doing? Am I revolutionizing? Am I institutionalizing, or am I revolting? You know, how to find or teach ethics in a different way. That is what I'm trying to do. How do I get people to love ethics, to learn ethics, and not seeing it as that old witch out there that is about to correct them, that is about to condemn them? No, I want ethics for people to see ethics as fun, as something that they need to learn every day. To organize, for organizations to see that is an integral part of the learning, the onboarding part of their staff members, and every other thing that needs to happen. Training your staff members, training your people, your whatever they are, teachers, you need to train them around ethics. Not just ethics, it's not etiquette. Oh, that's different. Ethical leadership. Ethical leadership. And if we don't do it now, catch the youths now. If we don't catch the youths now, I wonder how Nigeria, Africa will become going forward. The kind of things we see in our politics today with the people who are ruling us, what would the young person do? What would the young person do? They are copying, no. They are copying. They will get one day they will get into those rules if we don't start changing their mind. And Flora Gaptoni cannot do it alone. I can't do it alone. I need you. That's why you are character champions. In your small circle, as you're learning, you're changing the mindset of people who are around you. They shouldn't do this. They should do this. They think about it this way. It's very, very important. All right. We have about 15 minutes to go, and I want us to think about something. I have two people. I use my names, two of my names. My native name, which is Nkiru. I don't know if anybody knows that my name is Nkiru. That's my native name. Okay. And then Flora. I use two people's name. So I want you to listen to this and share in the chat the response around it. So as I think about it, the question is, amongst them, after 3 years, who do you think, or between Flora and Nkiru, who do you think became the person their vision could trust? He says, let's meet Flora and Nkiru. Flora has a clear vision. Don't call me Nkiru cow. There's no cow in my name. That's how I used to correct my mother. I was like, please, there is no car in my name. My name is Nkiru. I don't know the car part. But actually it's Nkiru. Come on, I just like the Nkiru part. Let's continue. Flora had a clear vision. She wrote it down, told everyone, and even got followers on social media. But in reality, she was keeping hard work. She loved showing off progress, but hated discipline. She quit easily when things happen fast. But then there is Nkiru. Nkiru, on the other hand, wasn't loud about her goals, but she woke up daily, showed up in quiet ways, keep learning, made sacrifices, and stayed glued to her purpose. No too much noise, just the little noise that she needs to make impact, the courage that she needs to make impact. Just work. After 3 days, after 3 years, who do you think became the person their vision could trust? Please share in the chat. Flora had clear vision. Nkiru also had clear vision. She wrote, they, both of them, they wrote it down. But the issue now is who is doing the work. And that's why I said something around it's not about wishful thinking, it's about really getting to do the work. Late nights, do the work. Um, Yesterday I was saying something about whether you need to rest while you are chasing your vision. Rest is what you define rest to be. I could go all night. I could do my work, but when I need to actually have a little nap, I go out for it. But it's not that you spend the whole day not doing anything. On your phone, on your social media, checking all the beautiful people and reading through all the things that are going and all the, showing of body, those things that do not define us. At the end of the day, your work is left to be done. Fola says Ikiru. Who else wants to share? I need engagement in the chat. Um, I know we are used to speaking, but we'll see how this works. We need to find a way around it. Because sometimes when we really want to get to where we need to become, we don't stay in our comfort zone. We need to find a way to make it work. Okay, there is E in my own Nkiru. So my own Nkiru has Nkeiru, but people write it this way. People write theirs this way. But mine is from the Imo state, we put E. I think it's Anambra or something that use I, and they don't put E. So mine, there is Nkeiru. I'm just sharing that. It's not saying you should start calling me Nkiru. But I'm proud of being an Igbo person. All right. So action tools. So let's round off with the action tools. What you can start doing this morning as we are ending up this call. That's fine. Write down the top 3 habits that will help you become the person your vision needs. 3 habits. This is the third assignment I'm giving. 3 habits. The first one was the one I gave yesterday, your vision. The second one is the one that we talked about. If your future self should come and sit with you, what would they say about you? Would they clap for you? And what are they clapping for? Would they correct you? What are they correcting? That's the second assignment. All of them we are going to discuss tomorrow. Their Flourishing Forum is all about discussing our assignments, and people are going to share. And I think maybe we'll do their Flourishing Forum we'll use our Google Meet so that people can share. I will guess maybe in the WhatsApp group we'll think about it and see what happens. Okay. Write down the top 3 habits that will help you become the person your vision needs. It could be little things like waking up early. There's a book about waking up at 5 a.m., the 5 a.m. people. Waking up early is part of leadership. It's part of grooming yourself. You wake up early, you reflect, you do your manifestation, you do your exercises, you now go out and about your day. It starts from the little things, from making your bed when you're actually up. Consistent learning. It could be about consistent learning. It could be about stopping all the excuses. Sometimes we keep giving excuses to ourselves. Oh, it's not going to work. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, but my brother said. Oh, but my sister said. Oh, but this person said it's not going to work. Oh, but they said this one. Enough of all the excuses. So you need to actually write down 3 habits. We've already done habits, how to, walk around our habits. We did that about 2 weeks ago. So you need to start writing down your 3 habits. Write down two things you must stop doing that are weakening your foundation. Your foundation is your character, the character to your purpose. It could be procrastination. It could be seeking validation from people. It could be also chasing shortcuts. It could be procrastination. It could be seeking validation. It could be chasing shortcuts. There are things that we don't need to look for the shortcuts. There are things that we actually need to um, allow time to help us learn and grow. It's very important. So if there are two things, that habits that you're currently engaging in, that you need to actually stop in this way that it helps you to build yourself, what would they be? And the third one is pick one accountability partner. If you're signing up for the 30-day challenge, randomly we'll give you a partner. Um, but then if you're not, just pick one accountability partner, share your vision, and ask them to check on you weekly. It's very, very difficult when you have to ask people to check on you weekly. Very, very difficult, but do it. Let them be on your toes. Let them be pushing you at all times. It helps you to stay focused because you cannot do everything by yourself. So sometimes you need that little push that helps you to become. And so, thinking about everything that we've discussed, I want to leave us with these three things. Your dream is bigger than you. And if your dream is not bigger than you, need to dream again. Your dream should be something that when you think about it, your vision should be when you think about it, you say, can I do this? And is that courage to actually venture it into that makes all the difference? But if you're in a comfortable, your dream is very comfortable, something that you can easily do, it's no longer a dream. It's something, it's a goal, it's something that I need to achieve. But your dream, even your goal needs to shake you, put you in an uncomfortable space where you actually need to evolve, develop, grow, you know, question your activities, your engagements, your interaction with people, meet new people. That's how your activity, that's how you keep growing. Your dream is bigger than you, but it's also watching you. So as it's bigger than you, it wants you to make decisions on your own. It wants you to also be there watching you to come and grab, come, let's do this together. I love the universe very well because the universe is so vast that all the energy they are around you, but you need to also be part of that energy. You need to also, erupt something. You need to also cause it to shake. You need to also be part of, you need to ignite it. You cannot just be there and you're waiting for the universe to do all the amazing things for you. You need to be intentional about all that. So you need to also be that kind of person who is disciplined. It's not about thinking about what you want to do. How am I disciplining myself to achieve this? Very, very intentional. Very, very, like, it's not going to be easy. Remember that when you want to do something good and you're looking around you and everybody doing something bad, everybody, unethical people, the politicians, the people who are not even thinking about the masses, everybody, they are doing unethical things, but they are successful according to us around being successful. And you are tempted to say, okay, why do I want to be ethical? Meanwhile, those people who are unethical, they are making all the money. They are flourishing. They are traveling everywhere. They are riding using the best jets, traveling around the country. It also means all these things that I'm seeing, how do I quantify them? What do they mean to me? At the end of this vision journey, we should be asking ourselves, what kind of person did I become while chasing them? Who am I while chasing my dream? Am I that kind of person who would, put everybody down just because I want to put myself up there? Am I that kind of person who wants to, say bad things about people just because we want to grow? Am I pushing others down just because I want to grow? What am I doing? How am I growing? How am I being intentional about what I'm doing? How life is positioning me? What I'm currently doing and how I'm currently growing? That's what we need to be intentional about. Who are you becoming at the end of the day? Very, very important. Who are you becoming alongside trying to find your purpose? And that's why our vision boarding on Saturday will be about legacy vision boarding. So on your board is not just about the things, the material things that you want to achieve. It also be the process, the impact you're going to make. Is also it needs to also be in that board so that when you are looking at it, when you are visualizing who you want to become, it speaks to you. I remember I said it needs to tell a story. And when somebody sees your vision board, they shouldn't understand what is there. If you actually do your vision board very well, if you did it well, nobody will understand what is there. It's for you, it's for your personal growth. So when they will see it, they will say, okay, what exactly is this? You are the only one that will define it. It's your personal property, it's not for everybody. When you look at it, you know where you are going to, how you are doing it, and all the things that needs to happen. So that will be where we are going to end our today's session. And just before we go, please invite as many people as possible. I'm hoping that the vision boarding flyer goes out today. Please invite as many people. It's free. Ask them to come and learn. We are going to use um, this space. We are going to use the YouTube live to do the vision boarding, and I need everybody to be a part of it, to learn, to grow. Invite many people, and also for the 30-day challenge, invite people as well. Let them be part. There is someone who said to me, "Before I want to join your 30-day challenge," even though she doesn't really come. Join our this thing, but I've been talking about the 30-day challenge and the person wants to be part of it. So be part of the 30-day challenge for you. Not necessarily, for me really, but mine is very important to me. If you see how I'm preparing my own, ah, I'm going all out for these 30 days because it means so much to me to achieve the goal I'm setting for this 30-day challenge. So invite as many people as possible. Let them all come and learn and be part of this journey. We are going to change the narratives of how things are done. We are going to grow alongside, helping other people to become. Thank you so much for being part of this journey. And we'll see you tomorrow. We are going to discuss the outcome of this session today, and we'll see whether we should go back to our Google Classroom or we should continue on YouTube Live. Thank you and have a good day.